What's up, y'all? It's your man Philly Nate, live and direct, man. It's Monday morning. Happy Monday. And look, I just wanted to go live here, fill any questions that y'all have out here in the city of the so-called brotherly love, like they say. Been grinding all morning. Quick story. I think last night or the other night, it was these two old couples, okay? So one old couple must have went and picked up or must have visited another old couple. So the man coming out had a walker. And of course, I'm trying to put my customer service on, but the guy who's trying to, whoever they visited, he's talking to me grimy. Like very, very rude, very curt, and I started to feel disrespected, okay? Now, usually what I do is I usually give people the benefit of the doubt, okay? So, somebody say something, then it's kind of like, okay, maybe he really didn't mean it like that. But then if you keep going, now I'm going to feel some type of way. And that's exactly what happened, man. This old guy, man, first he talked out of the left side of his mouth first. Okay, give him the benefit of the doubt. Maybe the guy meant something else, okay? Then he was like, oh, well, can you pop the trunk? Yo, the trunk is already popped. And then before that, I had went to a party and I had some sweet potatoes that I bought in the back seat, but I forgot that I left them there. And the guy was like, well, can you get your sweet potatoes? Or not the sweet potatoes. He was like, well, can you get the bag out the back? But he said it in a real contentious way. And I was like, hold on. First of all, this is my car, okay? So I need you to show a little bit of respect. And he was like, oh, well, you have very delicate merchandise or something like that. I said, look, man, I don't care about none of that, okay? What I do care is that I'm using my car. So you need to be respectful, okay? And he was like, oh, all right. Here we go. Look, man, look, I mean, I'm providing a service, okay? But, and I'm not going to classify, just say, oh, well, rich people do this. But it was in an affluent neighborhood, okay? So, I don't know who he thought he was talking to, okay? But your man, Philly Nate, we ain't going out like that, okay? So, after I had to check him real fast, then the woman who was getting in with her husband was like, okay, we're going to cut this conversation. And I'm like, okay, well, listen, you better get your man. And so, but during the ride, they was okay. They was all right. So I ain't have no more quarrels out of them. And that was kind of it. So this morning, got out like 7 o'clock. No, took my daughter to school at 7 o'clock. And I've been out. It's 12 o'clock now. So what's that? 7. I'll probably start at 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay. So 4 hours. Made $100, give or take. There's a little discount with, so $100. So what's that? $25 an hour. So it's not bad. Okay. About to go home and help my wife take care of these kids for a hot minute. But that's my goal. Okay. My goal was to make $100. Made $100, and now I'm going home. Okay. So this is really why those of you who out there who are kind of on the fence about ride sharing as a side hustle, it can definitely work. It can definitely work. You just got to kind of get out there. I did some Uber pool also. Now, I usually don't do Uber pool, but this time I was like, well, it's a little slow out here, so let me do some Uber pool. So I did some Uber pool. It was okay. Uber didn't try to smash like 50 billion people up in my car. I had this one ride today where I'm outside. I'm outside of the woman's place, and it was her and her mother and her father, maybe 2 older folks. And I'm outside and I'm waiting, and she's trying to lock the door. Yo, she had to try to lock the door for like 10 minutes. So I'm waiting there patiently, because every time I keep thinking like, okay, she's going to come. It was 10 minutes, and I'm just like, yo, come on. Well, I ain't say, yo, come on. I was just like, hey, who called the Uber? Did you call the Uber? And she was like, oh yeah, I did. So anyway, if y'all driving and y'all get there and y'all see somebody, just make sure y'all holler at them, okay? Holler at them, meaning that you let them know that you're here, because sometimes the Uber thing lags, okay? Like sometimes it'll lag and it won't know that you're sitting right there, but according to them, you're somewhere else. So look, man, if somebody got a question in here about ride sharing, throw it out, and we can kind of do a little quick question and answering, so I don't gotta keep rambling on about nothing. This weather is straight up crazy, okay? So to be sitting here, and it's what, December, and we in what, like the 50s? I'm in Philly, of course, so the weather here is supposed to be 60 degrees tomorrow, okay? 60 degrees, and we're in December. So when the cold's gonna come, I don't know, but if it stays away, I'm not mad, okay? Because I'm from a tropical people, okay? As you can see from the melanin in my skin. So that would mean that I love the heat, okay? And that's not for every black person. There's some black people probably out there that can't stand the heat. But for your boy, I'm down with the heat, okay? What else is going on? Since y'all got no questions, man, let's rap about some current events so I can get some stuff off my chest, okay? This tax bill that's going on, I don't know what's gonna happen. It seemed like nobody knows as far as if this tax bill is gonna be good for the people or it's gonna be bad for the people. I guess it really depends on who you ask, okay? So I don't know. And it's supposed to be taking away the deductions for the housing, and I heard that some erosion of the Affordable Care Act is in it also. So it's like the people, the government right now, how old you work in Uber. I guess that meant how long have you been working with Uber. I've been with Uber for like 2.5 years. Okay, 2.5 years, probably going on 3 years. And crazy story, like how did I start? I actually thought that Ubering was crazy at first. I'm like, why would you let a stranger in your car that you worked hard for? Why would you let a person into your car? So I know about Uber, but I was like, man, ain't nobody coming in my car. I'm not letting no strangers in my car. Man, they might get up here and I don't know, man, they might start farting up in my joint and stuff like that. So I didn't know. So I said, you know what? I'm not doing Uber. So I heard about it, but I never did it. Then I was walking from work, and it was this guy, okay? Not a guy, it was one of my brothers, one of the brothers that I know. He was like, yo, are you doing Lyft? I'm like, Lyft? What's Lyft? He said, just like Uber. I said, no. He said, well, look, if you sign up with Lyft and you do like 30 rides in 60 days, they'll give you $750. $750? What? Oh yeah, sign me up. Where do I start? Man, I got over that. I don't know what you want to call it, but I got over that real fast. Whatever was going on with me as far as not being scared, but not wanting people in my car, I got over real fast. Okay? So I got over it, and it was like, hey, let's sign up. And I signed up for it, and from the break, I like talking, I like driving, so it was all good since then. So as far as taxes, I don't do my own taxes, of course. I used to do my own taxes back before I was driving. I used to do my own taxes, but then I'm like, yo, you really kind of need a professional. You know what I mean? Like, this is a professional. It is a profession. So you really need a professional. So that was kind of my take on it. So that's why I need mine done first year driving. Well, I hope that you've been keeping tabs on your I hope that you've been keeping tabs on your rides. Like, there's a bunch of things out there, like QuickBooks. QuickBooks has some things out there where it automatically tracks your mileage. You gotta get that. You gotta get something that automatically tracks your mileage. Okay, that's gonna help you out like 1,000,000,000%. Because trying to write it down and trying to write it down is not the move. Okay, but that's probably the biggest deduction that you'll get is the miles that are driven. So if you don't got QuickBooks, what's the other one? I can't remember what the other one is. But even if you go to YouTube and put in how to track mileage, or Google it, Intuit. I think it's Intuit is the other one. But you need something that's going to automatically track your mileage. If you look within my channel, I do have something where I'm talking about taxes. Because another thing that you can do is if you set up like a home office, you can write that off also. You can write off entertainment, but it gets kind of sticky because you got to be having like lunch or something with somebody else talking about business. Okay. But just go to YouTube and just kind of type in tax deductions for Uber riders, and man, there's people with a whole bunch of channel or a whole bunch of videos that have that type of stuff on it, yo. So QuickBooks, that's the one I used. My man, QuickBooks. Do you have ride sharing insurance for phase 1? No, I don't have ride sharing insurance. I got the regular insurance. I know there's people that say that, yo, if you get into an accident that they may not pay because you're not supposed to be doing. Look, I understand all that. But to answer your question, no, I don't have go over here. I don't have driver's insurance. Should I get it? Yeah, but then that'd be another expense. But I know people are very scared as far as what may happen or what may not happen. And look, yeah. So God willing, I won't get into any accidents, but I don't have the ride sharing insurance. I don't even know who actually sells it. I mean, Uber and Lyft is so big these days that you gotta have it. Look, if any of you drive for Uber and Lyft, there's no way that you shouldn't have the Maestro app. Okay, Erie Insurance. Okay, bam, there you go. Erie Insurance. Maybe I'll look into that, and just to see how expensive it is, because if it's pennies on a dollar, you know. But yeah, if you drive for Lyft and Uber, there's an app called Maestro. You gotta get this joint. You have to get it, because what it does is it toggles in between Lyft and Uber automatically. Okay, automatically. So, all right, man, that's it. Just wanted to holler at y'all real fast. I'll probably be doing this around noon every day. So look, man, tune in. It's your man, Philly Nate. Any questions, put them down in the comments. Like, share, and comment, and all that jazz. I'm out.